We're still at the Morning Ball at Dinner Key, just hanging out with the locals.
We're waiting for the weather to be just right for our Gulfstream crossing to Bimini, which is our first stop in the Bahamas. Before we do cross the Gulfstream, we'll leave Dinner Key the night before and anchor at No Name Harbor. It's about 5 nautical miles east of here and puts us in a better position to start the crossing.
From No Name Harbor, we'll make the roughly 50-mile crossing to Bimini. To get there, it will take us about 9 to 10 hours.
Crossing the Gulfstream is where we really have to watch the wind strength and direction. The Gulfstream is a pretty strong current that runs from south to north, and it flows about 2 to 3 knots. Any wind that has a northerly component is a definite no-go. When the wind blows from the north, contrary to the Gulfstream, creates these high, ugly waves that are closely spaced. These waves are commonly referred to as marching elephants, and from shore it really looks like elephants in a circus parade.
We also look at wave height and direction. We don't want to go when it's too rough. We were beat up last year, and we don't want to make the same mistake again this year.
For weather forecasting, we have a few sources. One is Chris Parker, a very popular meteorologist that many boaters use in the Bahamas. We receive his email forecast twice a day. We also have a couple phone apps. One is called Windy that provides forecast of winding direction and speed and wave height and direction. Another is Sailflow, and it provides that information as well. It's surprising how often the two apps don't agree. And then there's NOAA.
Once we do start our Gulfstream crossing, we can't sail in a straight line to Bimini. We have to take into account the Gulfstream current and strength and direction. Since the Gulfstream is pretty constant, that's an easy task. We set a course about 25 miles south of Bimini and make small adjustments along the way. That way, the Gulfstream will push us north a bit and we'll land in Bimini, hopefully.
Anyway, what we're trying to say is we may be here a while.
Once we get to Bimini and the Gulfstream is behind us, we'll still closely watch the weather, but our tolerances will be much greater.